Hi everyone, this is Marjolaine from Montreal. I'm just telling you first, I'm not very fluent in English because I'm speaking French from Montreal, Canada. The reasons why I wanted to make a video right now is that I want to talk to you about my past a little bit and to explain to you that uh, you need hope in life to pursue your dream, to pursue your life. I'm just gonna explain you a bit of my past. Um, I don't remember much of my childhood, but from what I remember, I had very rough parents. They were really aggressive. My mother always tried to find a reason to make me feel like shit, to make me feel like I'm worthless. And she wanted to make me look like a boy. So I had really short hair, I had like guys' clothes and stuff like that. And my father at the time was very alcoholic, so it was very physically violent. My mom too. And I was feeling very alone at school. Everybody was treating me like I was shit. So I never really received attention. I never really received love, care that your parents were supposed to give you, you know? And when I started high school, it was very hard because I had severe bullying. So when I was at school, I was not feeling safe, you know? Everyone in the class was bullying me. Well, not everyone, but like I could say half of the class. It was mostly guys, you know, but there was one girl who was keeping bullying me all the time. And at one point, I was so stressed out. I was so anxious to go back in class that I started to have like high anxiety. And what anxiety gave me was a lot of intestines problem. And every morning I was always sick after eating, and I had, sorry for the details, but I had huge diarrhea. But for some it might sound funny, but at the moment it didn't sound funny at all. Uh, because when I was stressed and I was trying to go back in class, I was stressed more, and I was always like focusing on, if I go back in class and I'm stressed, stress gonna give me cramps, and if I have cramps, I'm gonna be sick, I'm gonna be puking, I'm gonna shit everywhere. So that was making my stress way more bigger. So it was like a vicious circle, you know. Um, so I talked with the director of the school at the time, and she kind of helped me because she decided to make me do all the homeworks and the class studies and stuff in the cafeteria of the school. So at the time I was kind of happy, but I was stressed out anyways. uh, because I was alone in the cafeteria for the whole time of my high school. But later on, many years later, I realized that they never helped me. They actually never resolved the problem, because the people who were bullying me all the time, they were still in the class, but me, I was the one that had to go alone if I was the wrong one. And after high school, I was still never able to go back to school. I was not able to work. I was not able to go in metro bus, and I have to say something, okay? When I was in high school, I had very violent bullying. It's not only like you're ugly. No, I was physically abused, uh, and I was not feeling safe at home. So when I was going, I was not feeling safe at school. When I was going back home, they were making me feel guilty because my homeworks, like I couldn't study. I couldn't study at all because I was too nervous, because I knew that the day after I had to go back to school. But they were saying, you're stupid, lazy shit. You just don't want to study, you know? And I'm like, anyways, I couldn't say anything at the time because I was scared. I didn't had. I was very, 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 very fragile. I was crying all the time. I was always sick. My body was talking for my mind, and that's it. So for many, many years after that, I wasn't able to do anything. At the age of 16, my mother decided that she wanted me to go. It's like 2 separate times, but one of the time I remember very well was in 2000, at the year of 2000 when I was 16. She forced me to go at one of her friend's house to have sex with that guy. Yeah, I was 16. But the thing is, I wasn't alone at that bed. She was standing next to us, naked. I never really remembered what happened in that bed. And probably that's for the best. I actually remembered 2 months ago what happened. And I just think that I don't need to tell you what happened. You can tell. Yeah, I don't really like to talk about that because it's really fresh in my mind. But just to tell you that I'm not talking to my mom since last year. She gave me a very huge fear of men, even if even if I know that men are not all like that. I know, but it's gonna be a long work. So in 2011, I tried to go back to school. So I tried to subscribe for the caregiver course because I always wanted to help people. Maybe because I never really received care, so I'm trying to care for people. Anyways, and after 2 months of school, during an exam, I had a huge panic attack and I had to leave the course. After that, I was very fucking tired of always having panic attacks, so I decided to go for therapy. I went for therapy and I decided to go to some poetry events because I write and I read poetry a lot. And after one time, I thought to myself, why couldn't I go up on stage and read my poetry, but I was too anxious. So I decided to take 2-3 shooters. That's not a good thing to do, but if I can solve my problem one day, maybe for now, that's gonna help. So I did. It took months and months and months and months until I started to feel okay to come on stage, because I went many times and I had huge panic attacks because they diagnosed me with borderline personality disorder. They diagnosed me also agoraphobia, obsessive compulsive disorder. What I have, and I have some psychosis sometimes. Very rare lately, but still. And bulimia also. So after a year, I started to be okay. My anxiety was like really getting lower, lower, finally. So I decided that I needed a bigger challenge because I wanted to do something with my life, you know? It's never gonna be the anxiety's gonna win. Never. So I decided to create my own heaven of poetry, art, and culture, and I'm gonna do the animation. So I was very stressed like hell, but I was able to do it. So my agoraphobia was gone. So why am I telling you all this? I decided in January 2015 to go back to school because my agoraphobia was completely gone, or almost. So I got accepted to do the caregiver course. And result, no huge panic attacks in class. I was able to do the exams. I was able, after 10 years, I was able finally to be in class, to take the bus. So, yeah, I know you're scared. I understand what it is. Finally, I had kind of a bad news because I have a very fragile health. And at school, they decided that I was not really made for that job. And they're right. Because I'm getting sick all the time because it's very demanding physically. So I'm reorienting myself and I'm going to study as a medical secretary. And because I want to help people, I'm going to do volunteering because you don't need to be a caregiver to help out people, right? That's what I'm trying to do right now for free. It's a passion. And I got a friend later on, well, not a friend, but in 2013 I knew someone. It was a very complicated story, but I knew a guy that I tried to save, you know. And it was a guy that was very self-destructive, and I don't remember knowing someone except my mom that was trying to put me down all the time, like her. And I understood that I have a very bad pattern of always knowing people in my life who's trying to destroy me like she did. So that guy kept bullying me all the time, pulling me all the time. You're a fat bitch, fat French cow. Anyways, like the words that he said to me all the time, and I was crying because he was keeping saying all the time that I was fat, that I was ugly, and for him that it was very important for me to understand how fat I was. But the guy was very big before he got his operation, and now he's skinny like that. So it's this fear that he's projecting on me. The same thing that my mother tried to do. And that's not a good thing to do, but finally I punched the guy so well. And I told him that you will never bully me again. Never. You like to bully other people? You like to act like that with me? That's how I reacted. That's not a good thing to do. That's not a thing. I'm a really, really pacifist girl. That's the thing. But at the moment I had a huge blackout and that's how I reacted, unfortunately. I'm not excusing violence, but at least the guy stopped. And that was the last time I talked to him, and since then I have a restraining order with that guy. All that to say, because now I know that I'm talking about this, and probably then you're like, what the fuck, she's talking about so much thing. What I'm saying is like, when you're trying to make change in your life, you're gonna see change. If you try to work on your self-confidence, you're gonna see change. If you know what is your worth, you will never, never, never allow people to act very badly with you, because you will know your worth. And you know what? You that you're watching the video right now, you have the worth. I know that many times, maybe that you think you're not good, you're not worth it. Why? Because you allow your thoughts to run your mind. Why? Because people in the past told you that. Like my mother, like the friends I knew, like the people bullying me. And you know what? Don't allow your thoughts to run your life. Why? Because of these thoughts, these thoughts makes my English is not perfect. Okay, I'm trying. Because of these thoughts, you cannot see the light, because all the thoughts are at the front of the light. You can see the light. It's just that the glasses that you wear at the moment, you need positivity to wash them. You need clear vision, and to have clear visions, you need the serenity. You need to work on what makes you feel like that. And there's a lot of things that helped me back in the days, and that's still helping me. And one of the biggest issue in your life that could prevent you to one of the biggest problem in your life that could make bad situations continuing is ego. Because your ego will tell you, no, I have no problem, or the ego makes you in denial. So why I'm talking about all this is that, yes, there is light, because I finally saw it after many fucking years. Sorry for the bad words. And if I saw the light, why wouldn't you be able to see it? Just take my hand, I'm gonna help you to see the light just there. Okay? And I know that sometimes maybe you feel like shit. I know what it is. But please, I know what it is when you're tired of everything. Every morning, if you wake up, if you think one thing positive, every positive thought will bring you to a positive result. I can tell you. It's very easy to say, not easy to do. And there's one thing that's easy to say, is that a negative thought will never bring you to a positive result. So why I'm telling you all this is that I'm there if you need to talk about something. If you're really, really shy and you don't want me to know who you are, you can just send me an email. I made a website with all what I went through, with like more information about myself, and with Zen music, Zen quotes, like what to do in certain situations and stuff. Don't be shy to talk to me, because my goal is help people. You will never ever bother me. If you think you're bothering me, it's still your thought that makes you feel that way. It's your insecurity. Even if you bother people, so what? You don't have to deal all the time, put on your shoulders all the time the reaction from others. You have to remember, reactions from others are not your fault. Maybe they're gonna make you feel like it's your fault, but it's their reactions, it's their emotions that makes them feel that way. Remember that. It's very important to remember. So, one last thing. Please know that you're worth it. Everyone is worth it, and you are worth it. I know that you don't believe me, but it's okay, because I know that you are worth it. So if you want to talk to me, just drop a message, and I will be very, very glad to answer you. I might not have the answer, but if I don't have the answer, I'm gonna find something out. And just one thing though, if I don't answer right away, don't get angry. It might happen, but that's for sure I'm gonna answer you. And please take care of you, take care of yourself, and I salute you.